Hello, friends. Today I will be talking about doing a t-test, specifically one sample t-test I will be talking about. So, in my earlier video, I have talked about independent sample t-test, but today I will be talking about one sample t-test. So, one sample t-test, how you can do when you are using SPSS. So, first, let us try to understand what is one sample t-test. So, one sample t-test is whenever you are trying to compare a sample set of data with a fixed value, or you can say in other way, whenever you are trying to compare the sample findings to the population mean. Let me take. Let me give some examples. Suppose we want to see that. So suppose the rainfall in Calcutta or Kolkata in the last 5 years is around 150-70 centimeter. And then if a person wants to see that this year rainfall, suppose uh, the year 2026, the rainfall falling in a particular month or 2-3 months, suppose July, August, and September. So for different days, we have got rainfall data. One day, if it is 150, some day it is 170 centimeters, some day it is 180, then 140, or some days the rainfall is not there. So if you just try to see the average day, average rainfall for that sample set of data, that one set of data finding is there for a particular 3 months rainfall data is there. So that if you want to compare with the fixed set of data, suppose someone is claiming that in Kolkata the average rainfall is 150 centimeter. So in this sense, in this particular case, you will be using one sample t test. Similarly, suppose a factory is there and it is manufacturing helmets, and the ISI has fixed the criteria that average or average weight of the helmet should be approximately 3 kgs. So, if you want to compare that, if some quality check is there and the particular company which is manufacturing this helmet, and suppose a third party came for the inspection, so suppose 100 helmets he will try to get, and then randomly he will select these helmets from that particular company, and that sample collection will be compared with that benchmark. That benchmark is 3 kgs. So in this case also, you will be, suppose the weight of one helmet is 3.1 kg. Suppose sub helmet is 2.7 kgs. Like this collection of helmets are available. So if you want to see that if the production is significantly different from the ISI benchmark, so there we then seriously this is a problem. So to test this particular hypothesis, you have to conduct the one sample t-test. So these are the cases whenever you try to compare the sample data with a fixed value or the population mean, then you are conducting one sample t-test. So like this is one this on your screen, you can see this is one set of data, the variable view. This I have used for the independent sample t-test also. To explain that one also, I have used this particular set of sample data. Now I will be using here for making it clear for the one sample t-test also. So suppose in this case, I will try to see the height of the individual. So height is one of the variable here. You can see here, it's always there. Here it is mentioned here. So you can see this height I can use. So for this, I will try to see that if this particular, so I will be seeing this height variable. So suppose we have we have thought that this average height, if you are claiming the hypothesis is the average height of the individual in this particular set of data set. This is the height column you can see here. So suppose someone is saying that the average height or that fixed height is 66.5. The fixed, I think it is in inches, I think. So the height in inch is given here for different individuals. It is already there. And suppose you are saying that the population height is 66.5, or that is your fixed value. So if you want to compare that, if this sample finding, this group findings of height is significantly different from what you are claiming, that null hypothesis is that it is equal to 66.5 inches. So we will be running one sample t-test here. So before running this one sample t-test, let us first try to see some initial descriptives of this particular height variable. So you can always try to see the histogram here. You can always go to graph, then legacy dialog, and if you want to see the histogram here, taking height as the variable here, and then if you want to see the normal curve, so you click it here, and height, because I already have taken this height here, so it is been shown here. Now you click on the OCO command, and you just see this is the option. This is the graph that you get here. Now it is also showing here that the uh, mean here is uh, mean mean here is 68.03. So to show this particular mean, if you want to show this, then what you can do, you can always double click here, and then you can always show the option. You can go then you click axis reference line, and you can always see that if the what you are claiming is equal to what the actual finding is. So here the reference line, suppose you are taking the first reference line as the mean of that particular set of values, so it is 68.03. So graphically we'll try to visualize if it is significantly different, or so I will take this 68.03. Let me increase the weight here. What to do then, suppose the color I am choosing as light red, then I will click apply. So you can see this is the this reference line, so it has not, let me 68.03. I will click apply. So this is the mean value. This is the mean value of the data. And then what is the uh, what is the what you can say, what is the fixed data, fixed value, from which you have to compare? The fixed value is 66.5. You have to compare with this particular value. So I am just putting one reference line here. So using this option command, then I will use here color as green. Let me choose color green here. Green color, and reference line is 6 apply. Let me increase the weight. I will increase the weight here. So click apply. So now you can see visually, if you want to see the things, you just try to see this is the mean value. What is the sample outcome is there? That is, this is the mean of the sample, and this is the reference value. So visually, if you can see this, the difference is quite visible. But we will run for seeing this, if this is actually happening or not, the difference is significant or not. We will be going for conducting this, what you can say, one sample ticket. Now, how to do this one? Let us now move to your data, and then I will click here in the analyze command. Then I will go for compare means, the same option where independent sample t-test was there. I will click there, compare means. Then I will go to one sample t-test. Now just try to see, it is showing test variables. So you can take more than one also at a time. But here in this case, I am taking one, this height I am taking. So height I will put here. And then test value, what I already told, that we are claiming that population mean is 66.5 inches. So this is the thing that you have to do. Other things, I think you have to keep the same, whatever default values are there, you retain those values, and then you click in on the OK command. So this is the outcome that you have got. Now this effect size also, yeah, it was already clicked there. So effect size also has got, and these two values, these three tables again you have got. Independent sample t-test also you have got three tables, and here also you can see that three tables are there. First table is showing you the descriptives, the mean. As I told, the mean of the sample is 68.03 standard deviation. This is the t-test value. Now, if you see, the t-test value is 5.810. 5.810 is the value for t-test. And if you see here in this one sample t-test, df is equal to, always it is equal to n minus 1. So df you have got 407 because n was 408. And then if you see the, what you can say, if you see the p value, this is the p value. So p value is less than 0.001. So it says that, it shows that the value is very much significant, because if it is less than 0.05, you are saying that it is significant. So the value is significant. So again, if you see the point estimate also, the point estimate, which is 0.288, so it is, the effect size is very moderate, not so much high. But if you see the level, this significance level, you can always say that difference is significant. So you can say that the average height of the people are significantly different from the claimed height, 66.5 inches. So that is the way you conduct one sample t-test and how you are interpreting the result. So I hope you have understood this particular one sample t-test. So in that way, you can do the one sample t-test. So thank you. I hope you have understood this particular calculation of one sample t-test using SPSS. So all the best. I will again explain in the next video. I will be explaining about that the third type, that is paired sample t-test. Okay. Thank you for watching this video and subscribe this channel. Thank you.